Good morning and welcome to Celestial Community Live. I am Ishkara Sounds and it is noon on Sunday. We have a very new season for you. We'd like to start off that season with an interview from a very special person from the music industry, Mr. Shelley Leibowitz from SRI Label Group, SRI Records, and SRI Jazz, coming to us from California. Worked with almost every major name in the last 40 plus years in music. Coming up later in the show, I have an interview with Shelley. I hope you all enjoy it. We are going to try to stay with some of our regular contributors as well. The interviews do tend to run a little bit long, however, lots and lots of good information, inspirational tidbits from music industry professionals or people in music, things that have worked for them, things that they have highlighted in their life, wonderful ups and downs. I hope you enjoy the new season of Celestial Community Live with interviews from several people from around the world, really. We are going to start off today's show with Prince E from St. Louis, Missouri. Enjoy.
It is not death most people are afraid of. It is getting to the end of life only to realize that you never truly lived. There was a study done, a hospital study, on 100 elderly people facing death close to their last breath. They were asked to reflect about their life's biggest regret. Nearly all of them said they regretted not the things they did, but the things they didn't do. The risks they never took, the dreams they didn't pursue. I ask you, will your last words be, if only I hit, hey, you, wake up, why do you exist? Life is not meant to simply work, wait for the weekend, and pay rent. No, I don't know much, but I know this. Every person on this earth has a gift. And I apologize to the black community, but I can no longer pretend. Martin Luther King, that man never had a dream. That dream had him. See, people don't choose dreams. Dreams choose them. So the question I'm getting to is, do you have the courage to grab the dream that picked you, that befits you and grips you? Or will you let it get away and slip through? You know, I learned a fact about airplanes the other day. Now, this was so surprising. See, I was talking to a pilot, and he told me that many of his passengers think planes are dangerous to fly in. But he said, actually, it is a lot more dangerous for a plane to stay on the ground. I said, what? Like, how does that sound? Well, he said because on the ground, the plane starts to rust, malfunction and wear much faster than it ever would if it was in the air. As I walked away, I thought, yeah, makes total sense. Because planes were built to live in the skies, and every person was built to live out the dream they have inside. So it is perhaps the saddest loss to live a life on the ground without ever taking off. See, most of us are afraid of the thief that comes in the night to steal all of our things. But there is a thief in your mind who is after your dreams. His name is doubt. If you see him, call the cops and keep him away from the kids, because he is wanted for murder, for he has killed more dreams than failure ever did. He wears many disguises, and like a virus will leave you blinded, divided, and turn you into a kinda. See, kinda is lethal. You know what kinda is. It's a lot of kinda people. You kinda want a career change. You kinda want to get straight A's. You kinda want to get in shape. Simple math, no numbers to crunch. If you kinda want something, then you will kinda get the results you want. What is your dream? What ignites that spark? You can't kinda want that. You gotta want it with every part of your whole heart. Will you struggle? Yeah, you will struggle. No way around it. You will fall many times, but who's counting? Just remember, there's no such thing as a smooth mountain. If you want to make it to the top, then there are sharp ridges that must be stepped over. There will be times you get stressed and things you get depressed over, but let me tell you something. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times. 3 times, but he kept going. The television execs fired Oprah, said she wasn't fit for TV, but she kept going. Critics told Beyonce that she couldn't sing. She went through depression, but she kept going. Struggle and criticisms are prerequisites for greatness. That is the law of this universe, and no one escapes it. Because pain is life, but you can choose what type. Either the pain on the road to success, or the pain of being haunted with regret. You want my advice? Don't think twice. We have been given a gift that we call life, so don't blow it. You were not defined by your past. Instead, you were born anew in each moment, so own it now. Sometimes you gotta leap and grow your wings on the way down. You better get the shot off before the clock runs out, because ain't no overtime in life, no do-over. And I know I sound like I'm preaching or speaking with force, but if you don't use your gift, then you sell not only yourself, but the whole world short. So what invention do you have buried in your mind? What idea, what cure, what skill do you have inside to bring out to this universe? Uni meaning one, verse meaning song. You have a part to play in this song. So grab that microphone and be brave. Sing your heart out on life's stage. You cannot go back and make a brand new beginning, but you can start now and make a brand new ending.
Wise words from the wise Princey from St. Louis, Missouri.
My name is Frank Kern, and I have been kicked out of a strip club in the daytime on a Monday while I was working. But it's not what you think. I was on a sales call, and my boss had sent me to the strip club owned by
Check out Jocko.
True love eternal. Life is not just a game. I'm sure you feel something the same. Years come and go. just a picture frame. I'm sure you feel something the same. I'm not in it for the money, I'm not in it for the fame, neither in it for the glory, just wanna give my love, a brand new name. Love is gonna go, true love remains eternal, life is not just a game. I'm sure you feel something the same. Don't give me reason not to be with me. Don't give me reason to fight with me. You should find a ground to be with me together. Just wanna give my love a brand new name. I'm not in it for the money, I'm not in it for the fame, neither in it for the glory. Just wanna give my love a brand new name. Just wanna give my love, a brand new name. We don't have to fight as hard, we don't have to push me this far, we don't have to be so sad, our love don't have to look this bad. Just wanna give my love a brand new name. Just wanna give my love, a brand new name, a brand new name. I'm not in it for the money, I'm not in it for the fame, neither in it for the glory. Just wanna give my love a brand new name. Just wanna give my love, give my love, a brand new name.
Jocko with Give My Love a Brand New Name coming to us all the way from London. Fabulous young man. I hear rumor he may be signing
But I
with
went in
manager.
and said to him, can I get Friday off? He said, why? I said, well, Sammy asked me he says, if you need Sammy, go. Just let me know what you did when you get back. Going to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. And I had no idea what we were going for. I just knew that Sammy liked me to restructure his stage show. Because he liked my take on it, changing songs around and working to arrangements differently. So I think that's what we're doing. When I got there, I didn't know it, but I found out it was a Rat Pack show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got to the hotel. We left the luggage in the lobby. Sammy said, don't worry, they'll take care of it. Come with me. We went into the showroom. We stood in the back, and Sinatra was on stage. And Sammy started to heckle. And I'm standing there as a kid, going, oh my God. And then made a remark about there's a shadow in the shadows. So Sammy went on stage with him for a while. And Kivitz, and then the next day, we ended up working on the show, revamping it, the three of them on stage, which was a riot, because they didn't need anybody. They just went off the top of their head and had a great time together. But it was a Rat Pack show. And then after that, I get to work with Al Fitzgerald, and then I was working with all the rock and roll acts at the same time. And it's just doing what I love. It never has been work. It's always been pleasure.
Now you also work with Ella's son right now, right?
Yeah, I work with the producer's last album, Friends and Family Duels, and All-Star Duets album, which was really funny because I'd sit to Ray out and I'd do this All-Star album. He said, but I don't know any of these people. I said, you will after this.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody everybody that had on there had a connection to either his mother or father, which was really cool because he was meeting some of these major stars, and he would start telling stories about his parents to him, and it was just shocking, but it was wonderful. And he's a very talented performer, and he rose to the occasion with each and every artist because everything was very, very different. And he did a wonderful job. I don't know if you've listened to the album, but
I've listened to several of the songs.
It's on Spotify and Apple Music and everything. You can listen to it. It's a terrific album. A lot of great people. You know, a few people who are gone now. James Moody's dead. David Fatty Newman's dead. But we know it. Who's who on the album? Dr. John and Dionne Warwick. You know, it's a lot of fun.
I listened to the one that he did with Dr. John the other day. I think I tweeted you about that one. It's like, that's just the sound that I needed for the day to keep moving. It was awesome.
It was really funny for us when I had Mac at the studio, and he says, I don't know about doing a duet with a guy about a little girl. I said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to be the phone operator. You know? He said, I can do that. Who that be? And the rest of it, that was Dr. John stuff. I know Mac for so many years. He's such a good guy. And it was really, really nice. Just like with Dionne Warwick. Ella was godmother to her kids. Yeah, so the connections everywhere were just wonderful, you know?
I think that's what a lot of people don't realize, is that the connections are everywhere. You just have to actually look for them. I mean,
yeah, and you know what? Everybody's got an idol, and everybody can learn from other people. You know, that Judy was such a great showwoman on stage, there was no one like her. And her husband Sid, who I was very good friends with for a long time, so his passing. You know, when Judy was fired by the studios because they thought she was no longer useful, she was getting too old. The movie?
Mm-hmm.
This is bullshit. They went and he rented the Paramount in New York and reopened it. I mean, the palace.
Mm-hmm.
And closed. So he reopened it for her, rented it for a month, and made her a music star. You know, it's incredible. But to watch talent like that, or Ella, or his father was the best one of the best bass players ever. Sammy Davis Jr. was a consummate entertainer. And then the other things that were fun, like introducing John Lennon to Ella Fitzgerald.
John Lennon, that's another one of my favorites.
Well, he curtsied like he was meeting the Queen.
Well, in a way, she is.
Yeah, and she said, "Come here, you silly boy, give me a hug." You know, it's just, it's always been wonderful with John having him bounce song ideas off me, and or Harry Nilsson, and just there's so many different people and so many different things, and it always amazed me how some people are just so impressed with other people. You know, I had John Lennon ask me about the harmonies I did with some of the earlier rock and roll groups, how did you work out the score by harmonies? And Harry Nilsson asked me then, and Harry did his own 3-part harmonies in the BBC special. You know, it's just, everybody can learn from somebody, and the unique quality of talent. I think that's lost with a lot of producers today, is they want to do their own thing, as opposed to what I was always taught to do, which is get the best out of the artist. You know, it's not about me, it's about them. How can I make them shine? How can I see in them what they don't see themselves? You know, and you know, sometimes it's a matter of like they did with Ray, stretching, new kinds of arrangements, you know. Different. And you bring out the best in them, that's it. You're supposed to be the invisible man. You know.
But
I enjoy
being the invisible man, though, you have contributed to music that millions of people have heard, and they just, I don't think they even realize it.
Well, I always get a kick out of some people. I've had, I was trying to remember where I was. I was in someplace, and this young girl came over to me, and she said to me, "Hey, young, beautiful teenage boy, you know, a knockout." And I went, "Oh, okay." And she said, "My grandfather loves your music. I've seen his name on the back of his record albums." I said, "Oh, God, I'm old now." but it's okay. I've had young girls say to me when they hear Ella Fitzgerald, I never knew she could sing like that. You know?
Well, and I think a lot of some of the quick shots, they repeat a lot of the same stuff over and over again, and they find something that works, and they just keep going with it until they beat it. It's almost like beating a dead horse after a while. There's nothing original to it.
When I worked for the major labels, they would say to me, go find me another one of these or another one of those. I go, why? We already have one. You know, and that's the simple, easy way out. It's like retooling TV shows instead of old TV shows, or remaking all movies instead of being original.
Right.
And I say to artists, don't be somebody else. Be the best you can be. If you're good, the audience will find you. They'll understand it. They'll like it. If you just be copycat, that's where you get one-hit wonders.
Exactly.
You know, I find it might work, but you know, these people just have one song in them and that's the end of it because you're trying to do other things instead of being themselves. But early on in Ray Charles's career, you know, they yelled at him when he signed with Everest Records with Bernie Solomon. Bernie said, stop trying to be Nat King Cole. I don't want Nat King Cole, I want Ray Charles.
Exactly. Well, and like you said, everybody's got their own little twist or their own little, they say a word just this way, or they can give volume where somebody else is really soft-spoken, and you've got to play on that. Now, if you had to give any advice to any new upcoming talent, what would it be?
Be original. Be yourself. Don't use studio tricks. They don't work. What happens is, if you do something in the studio that you can't do live, your fans will hate you. They feel cheated.
Like using a pop mic or filters or...
People, you know, everything is done where you'll fix it. The digital age is not about auto-tune. If you can't do it, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
You did it over and over until you got it right. Or if you're really good, you didn't have to. I was very fortunate because my cousin Bernie took me to see a recording, and I was over 13 years old. And he took me to Addititon Temple in New York City. And I saw Buddy Holly with a full orchestra with one microphone in the middle of all of them, in one take, record True Love Waits.
That had to be amazing.
64 tracks, one microphone, mono, one take. Those people were well rehearsed. And good talent and well rehearsed. Ella never had to do more than a couple of things I named. He did Sam Davis Jr. I worked with Frank. We did stuff on the Warner Brothers soundstage for 82 Piece Orchestra. He just walked in and nailed it. And Harry Nilsson, when he did his albums and standards with Gold Albums, he walked in and all the audience, the orchestra was set up around him, and he just walked in and smoked a cigarette with a glass Courvoisier in his hand, sat down, swung at the song, one take. No tricks, no gimmicks, no pitching any later.
Exactly.
That's what people should strive to be. See, Sammy Davis Jr. started as a kid, and I think he was the greatest entertainer ever. Never thought he was good enough. He said, I can always be better. And he worked very hard at being better. He rehearsed. I mean, we do a show like we did one at the Cope, I remember in the 60s. And after the show, he said to me, what did you think? I said, well, it was good. He said, how can we make my show better? And we sat down, and as a matter of fact, his kids stood out on the white tablecloth with a pencil, listing out songs, changing the orders, and changing stuff. He called me a band back in, and after the show was 3 o'clock in the morning. We rehearsed till 5:30 in the morning. A new show, which he did that night. Because he wanted to be better, and that's what most young talent should want to do. But they're basically looking for the quick buck and instant stardom. It's the American Idol syndrome. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What you might do is just keep bringing it. They're not going to great if you don't pay your dues.
Exactly. Well, and I think a lot of people don't realize that the use in practicing. Oh, Mystique, come here, sweetie. Come here. Come here. I don't think that people understand. I know I practice for hours just so I can keep my range because I've got that low voice. So if I don't practice on a regular basis, I lose my high stuff. And my low stuff sounds too shaky. So it's like you can never underestimate practice, practice, practice. And I think that's one of the things with my vocal coaches as I was growing up. It's like, okay, you sing this part until you nail it. And it doesn't make any difference if we've sang the rest of the song or not, as long as you're singing this part that you're having a problem on and you can nail that one spot. We'll work on the rest of it later. Just let's work on this piece right now, and when we get it right, we'll move forward. So, I mean, I'll sit here and I drive my family crazy because I'll sit and sing the same song for days until I finally nail it.
Right. Well, that's why a lot of vocal coaches will concentrate on don't forget to do your scales.
Mm-hmm.
Because that helps you with going up and down the register, up and down your register. You know, the more you do it, the better you do it. You know, Seth Riggs was a wonderful vocal coach. You know, it did scales and then different harmonics and everything else that he worked with people with. You know, and that's it. And the one thing that I found, which is sometimes you find that an artist has been out of the limelight for a while, like they retire, got away from it, and then somebody else will come back and do an oldie show or something, whatever, and they don't have it anymore. They've lost their voice. You know, if you keep singing, you always have it. If you stop, you don't.
Exactly.
It's, you know, if you don't use your instrument, it's a muscle, you know? But people forget that it is an instrument. That's why Elvis Joe was so loved by musicians, because she gave up and choose another instrument. She can sing like one, or she can scat.
Very talented woman. I'm just like Judy. I've done a couple of Judy songs, but there is no way I could ever match a performance that either one of those women could ever do. So it's just, I mean, they're phenomenal.
You know, it's funny with Ella, you know, she was saying when she was sitting and talking, she said when she was a kid, you know, her mom would bring home records, you know, and she was a little kid, and some records, excuse me, she brought home a Louis Armstrong record, and she said she idolized them. And then when she finally got to meet her and work, she says, at first I was just in awe. She said, she called him Mr. Armstrong, he said, oh, call me Louis, honey, call me Sasha. So she never called me the one she called him Pops. It was a really sweet relationship that they had. It was amazing. And they were incredible together, you know? And there's some great singers who were so in awe that they couldn't perform around her. And she did the Carpenter's TV show. Karen couldn't sing in front of Ella, and he had a duet to do. So Karen pre-recorded her part and lip sync while Ella sang live. So Karen just said, I can't. I just remember singing with Ella Fitzgerald. You know, great. Oh, yeah, she was. First time I met her, got me, you know. You know, it's amazing. Talent, you know. I find it, talent is really unique. A lot of people don't understand. There's billions of people outside the industry.
You've got somebody behind you.
Okay, sweetheart. I just don't understand how unique talent is. And I say to people, you know, if it was so easy, anybody could do it. It's important at the same time to make sure that you make sure a talent is paying for their work. You know, as I've said, you don't expect somebody to come to your house and make something in yours. You're not going to don't download their songs illegal.
Exactly.
That's their work. That's what they've earned. You know, and if you love a group, support them. You know, it's just what it's about. You know, it's art. It truly is art. And I'm jealous of so many people because I can't do it. They do.
You work with a couple of groups, or a youth group there, or did some fundraising for a youth group, or sponsored a youth group there for music?
No, I don't work with the Jazz Hall of Fame. I've worked with the Black Music Association, set up scholarship fund in the name account-based foundation, a tribute to Daisy with Love, and then another one with it was a tribute to Miles Davis, Miles Ahead, and that created the UBMA scholarship funds, scholarship funds. I work with Swipe Kids, which provides educational funds for the arts in schools. I work I always do charity. Somebody asks me if I can help, I can lend my talent to something. I like to supply talent for most of the district association in New York. You know, it's what we do. I just spread it we can help perpetuate music education. The important thing is they learn music, they're better at science and math.
Exactly. I completely agree. And see, that's one of the things that, as far as being an artist and a musician, that's one of the things that I call the power of awe, is we may be up there and people may look up to us, but at the same time, we're giving back with what we do, with the talents that we have. We give back. That's one of the main reasons I got into doing what I do, is so that I can help other artists do what they love, number one. To help guide them in different directions where they can find what they need to be able to do what they want to do. Leland James, he had been trying to record an album for months, and just he didn't even know how to get into a studio or to talk to anybody. He was doing little phone video recordings with an acoustic guitar, but I mean, he's phenomenal. But he finally got his album done. And it's like, it's just a matter of hard work and keep at it. I mean, if it's something that you love, you got to keep working on it.
For a lot of people, when you get signed to a label, that's when the work begins. It's really important you get out there and you support it. You get to grow your fan base, so more and more people hear your music. Labels only do so much. I know that, you know, when we put us with a major label, just as a producer, running like a couple labels that I own now, we do, you know, PR, press, publicity campaigns, and do radio promotion. The rest is up to the artist. You know, the more demand for the artist, because they're out there working, the more demand at radio, the more they get paid for their live dates. That's what it's about. You know, that's not. And there's some misconceptions. Artists think that the big money is in the records, music sales, bullshit, like spreadsheet, but it's the truth.
With some personal appearances.
Yeah. An example, and it's an extreme, but it's an example. The Rolling Stones made $3 million a man on their last album. Not bad. Really not bad. You know, got 5 guys making like $3 million a piece. On tour, they made $35 million a piece.
That's phenomenal.
But that's the difference. See, if you don't have anything on the radio, you're probably going to have to pay to play. You start getting a fan base, you'll get a couple $100. You start to get radio play, all of a sudden it's in the thousands. When you get up into the thousands, then an agent will take a percentage commissions worth more. They're salespeople, that's all you care about, commission. The more demand, the more they can, you know, it's the cycle. But part of it is hard work on part of the artist. And if you don't want to work, then you're not a working musician. You're just looking to get paid. There's a big difference. You know, Elvis Fitzgerald said, if they wouldn't pay me to sing, I'll sing someplace for free. And it's because it's what you have to do. You know, Bob Dylan, I met him in the village. He just come into New York from Wisconsin, from Minneapolis. And you know, he was playing in the park, you know, and he had to. He said, I was off the job doing this, and he said, I'd rather sit here with my guitar keys open and just play my guitar in the park. You know, and he did. It was good. Every day, play all day, every day. That's how you get better. But it's up to you. You have to have that desire. you know, there are a lot of talented people. Very few will make it. It's a talent. It's a desire. It's a work ethic. You know, it's where your head's at. Now, sometimes somebody will make it and then they lose their head in the grass. They leave their own publicity. Instead of, you know, doing what they're supposed to be doing. You know, telling people things that they can share in terms of experience. The Billy Joel songs touch people because it's so much common. Same thing with Springsteen. This is what it's all about. You have a desire, you're working hard, you want to work your instrument, you know, you're trying to improve all the time. That's what it's all about. That's the difference between somebody who sings or a singer. Do you know what I mean? Anybody can sing. You know, some of them can't carry a tune in the bucket, but anybody can sing. Real talent is unique and worth cherishing.
It's passion, and if that's what drives you, if that's what motivates you, you got to. Oh, I was talking to Sandra earlier because he wanted to crash our interview.
I told him I spoke to him yesterday. I told him he should do it. You know?
Well, and I think with all of our little chopping around, and I'm not sure if he has Hangouts or not. So I'm not sure if.
I get it. It's not a big deal. You know. I told him. You know, Mark is a great guy. I know him a long time. You know, you know, you should have seen this guy do Jesus Christ Superstar. Nobody was better at playing Jesus than Mark.
Somehow I can see that.
Being on stage and touring companies and doing this. Night after night, they're standing ovations. It was incredible. Incredible. He's got one of the best voices in rock and roll ever. You know, and he's one of the nicest guys. Definitely worth the time. So I told him to do it. Hopefully he can look it up.
Well, I would definitely like to do an interview with him. I mean, I have no problem doing that. I mean, I'm contacting everybody that has done contributions to the show to see if they want to do it. I've talked to Sean Beeson, the composer, video game composer from Ohio, and he's going to do one for us. And Jocko wants to do one for us as well. Todd Carey does a lot of his own stuff, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to track him down. It took me 5 months to get permission to use his music.
Someone else you might... Excuse me. Someone else you might want to use is John Otis.
Oh, okay.
Johnny's his father, Johnny, you know, wrote a bunch of songs, including Willie and the Hand Jive. And he was incredibly an incredible performer, very influential. You know, he had a TV show, touring band, and recording artist all at the same time. And then he brought his sons in, and they were performing as part of the Johnny Otis show, which was both John and his brother Shuggy. You know, and they were all incredible people. And he's got great stories. He's, you know, I'm sure you've heard some of his songs.
Freedom and Slavery is one of my favorites.
He's terrific. I can get him on if you want.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Ray Brown Jr. right now is in Europe, but I could arrange for him, you know.
Okay.
So,
we'll definitely have to chit-chat and see what we can do, because I'd love to give you guys as much more PR as we possibly can. What was it? We got Jocko's video. The last time I posted it, like 25,000 views for it. So I would love to be able to help you guys as much as I can too.
Well, I can help feed you some nice people too, like, you know, legendary people like Bobby Caldwell. You know, there's a lot of people.
Okay.
So.
Attitude of gratitude, that's what it's all about. Oh, you, Missy, come here.
Maybe I can even get the Total Insane Man for you. Maybe you can get Little Richard.
Little Richard, really?
Yeah, I can give Richard a call. I owe him a call anyway. I haven't talked to him in a while.
That would.
But he's a character and a half.
You are absolutely astonishing, Shelley. I appreciate you so much. I don't think you even realize.
Well, I'm happy to help. It's, you know, it's what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to help people. I'm meant to help nurture musicians, singers, and it's always been amazing. I work with certain musicians, and even though I don't play their instrument, I'll try to tell them what I want to hear, and they seem to be able to connect. And then other musicians just astound me. When I recorded the Ray Graham Jr. All-Star Duets album, one of the musicians I had was David Fader Newman. And I did, here's a track, and I said, you know the song, and it's one of your favorites. And the song is I Wish You Would. She said, cool. So I get him set up in the studio, went to the booth, and Joe Vanelli, who was the engineer, says, do you want to tune up? And they just said, it's okay, I'll just tune to the track. One take. One take. And Dionne Warwick said when she heard the track with David on it, it was probably you've ever heard, And then other people, I'll say something, and all of a sudden they'll just pick up on it quickly because we seem to be able to communicate. I don't care what instrument it is. If I hear something in my head, I try to express it one way or another. And sometimes it's just a bunch of noise, but I do it anyway.
Well, and there's sometimes you get that tune in your head until you can get it out or until you can record it in some way, shape, or form. It just doesn't go nowhere, so you have to listen. So.
Well, I was very pleased to have a couple people say to me that I was responsible for the blending of jazz and rock and roll at a certain point with Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Sound Chicago and other stuff like that. Because there was nothing like that before the PS&T. The original group developed a story. And the Traffic so spark of High Heel Boys. It's a jazz tune. It's a rock band. I have labels used to yell at me, don't put jazz in the rock and roll. If it works, it works. If it fits, it fits. Sometimes it's just meant to be that way.
Oh, and you...
By that same token, I had often show live on stage doing Beatles types.
Really?
And we worked out arrangements for Can't Buy Me Love and other stuff, jazz arrangements, and she had them to her set. And I took John to go see her. And he couldn't believe it when she starts doing Lennon McCartney tunes, Or even when I had Billy Joel's song, New State of Mind, being done by Carmen McRae, jazz version. He flipped out, and so did she. It's sometimes things just work. Right. Somebody outside to see it. See, that's a producer's job, is to be there for a set of ears. Mm-hmm. To be able to see every perspective. And I try to do the best I can. I try to nurture talent wherever I can, and that's my story.
I appreciate everything you do, everything you've done, and I have records in my room that have you're on them. So I mean,
well, thank you.
It's just, well, I was raised listening to records and 8-tracks of some of my mom's favorite artists, and I just started my own little collection. Some of my favorites, like Bobby Gentry is one of my favorites, Janis Joplin. My aunt always, my curly hair, my aunt always used to say that I look like Janis. Like, no, I don't. But
well, I have to send you some pictures of Janis. Pearl was an amazing woman, but she was really unhappy. But what a time. If she was alive today, she'd be the greatest blues singer ever. I have some photos you probably really enjoy.
Okay. I look forward to it. I thank you so much for doing this, Shelley. I really do. Young artists need to know that they got to put their heart into it, because that's where it comes from. Everything that musicians do, it comes from the heart.
And I really, I am so grateful for so many people like you who enjoy the music, who have collected the music. Some people say such nice things to me on Twitter or Facebook or anything else. I'm really grateful for that. And the opportunity that people have allowed me to do what I love my entire life. It's only because of other people. If people didn't like the work they did, it wouldn't matter. I wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
So I'm very grateful and very thankful, and it just amazes me. Like on Twitter, Twitter, the amount of followers, all of a sudden it's exploded. I have close to 300,000 people follow me on Twitter now. And I don't know where they came from, but I read on there one day, I don't know where you got people came from, I'm not sure where. It's just, and people just sometimes just say the nicest things. It's really nice. Certain tunes that have affected them one way or another. That favorite song that I did years ago or whatever. I've been around forever, it seems, It's like thinking about it, I started this in 1963.
Mm-hmm.
So I've early rock and roll, but things like, Iron Butterfly, Music, Guess Who, the Rolling Stones, Harry Nilsson, and John Lennon. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. Frankie Tim.
Oh, the little ukulele dude. Yeah.
I've been fortunate to work with so many great people through the years in jazz and rock and roll. I've done a little country, not much of his friends with Johnny Cash, did some work with Johnny, but mostly like say, jazz and rock and roll, and I'm really grateful, and I'm really thankful for everyone who's allowed me the privilege, both the artists and the audience. So, hey, gotta get back.
You're fabulous. Well, and if anybody reads your Twitter page, you give back every day. Your little stories about these, you post the pictures and you talk about these little things. Well, I remember doing this, or we talked about. I can't remember. Was it George that you talked about? He would drop anything if he needed help with something.
Well, yeah, a lot of people, it was amazing. You just ask them and they do it. And then other people, they ask you and you do it. I get a phone call from George Harrison when I helped out to do the concert with Bangladesh. I said, okay, I'm in. Hey, these are the things we do. We did the set of thing that's ongoing now. It's called the Coconut Festival in South Florida that we did for the Artificial Reef Foundation so that they could keep doing the work that they did. Creating artificial reefs, which is basically buying up old boats and sinking them in strategic places. Creating. People don't realize if you scuba dive, if you stand on the reef, you kill when you stand on it. So we need no reef. So that's what we did that. And I did that with Mickey Dolenz and Monkeys and my parents who was MH in 1910, and we did these shows which are ongoing. Charity is charity. What you need to do, you need to get back.
Exactly.
That's a gift. Charity.
I completely agree.
Well, listen, it's been a pleasure to talk to you.
It's been fabulous. I thank you so much, Shelley, for everything you do.
It's been my pleasure. Right, anything I can do, just let me know, okay?
I appreciate it, hon. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. You too.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. And that is Shelley. Fabulous gentleman. Willing to help me get more interviews with more people, and it just keeps going. He helps motivate me, keeps me there. To all of you, from all of us at Celestial Community Live, be blessed, love and light.
Hi, everybody. They got me working down here. Got me all the way down to the basement. This is it's a haunted mall. There's evil in this place. About 20 years ago, 3 people were murdered down here. Somebody killed them. So anyways, they say that you can hear their ghosts. So I'm always scared when I have to come down here. Look, the stairs are scary. Anyway, I got a job to do, but it's just scary. I don't like being down here. It's scary. Gotta make my rounds. But it's scary. I don't like it here. There's terror here. There's evil in this place. Hear that? Now, of course, the bosses don't care. They don't care. Why? Because they want the job done. They just want to get the job done. Oh, never mind them. They'll send somebody else to do it, huh? Somebody else to do their dirty work. Look, there's nothing wrong with that, not really, It's a job. Somebody's got to do it, but it's just scary, There's evil down here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Hear that? Well, I guess everything's okay. But remember, folks, this is the haunted mall, the haunted basement, where it all happened. All right, this is all. Wish me luck. Bye.
Michael Christian. And now for your...
Live from Omaha.
Yeah,
at
here he
this
is.
time from the Reverb Lounge
Jimmy
in
Putnam.
Benson. Omaha Live presents Jimmy Putnam.
All right.
Thank you guys very much. I'm very happy to be here. I'm feeling good. I'm having a good summer. You guys having a good summer? It's baseball season. The Cubs are doing well. I love it. I love baseball so much. What I love about baseball is that it's like an ethical sport. I love how they police themselves. Like if you anything like drugs, gambling, whatever you do, they don't mess around. Boom, you're gone. Like you don't even have to get in trouble with the law. Just if Major League Baseball thinks you're a bad person, banned for life. It's crazy, right? Like we just came out of football season and they're a little looser, the morality, right? Like their ethics basically come down to can you play? Like that's it. Like and it's kind of hard to deal with. Like I remember 2 years ago, if you guys saw Ravens running back Ray Rice just beat up his fiance, and the NFL suspended him for 2 games, and then reinstated him, and he played the rest of the year. Like that seemed like kind of light punishment. And then a video surfaced on the internet of him committing that crime, and the NFL did nothing, despite their own rule that with indisputable video evidence you can overturn a call. It's their own rule. They ignored it. And then last year, you guys saw this, Dallas Cowboys defensive end Greg Hardy, he got busted for, and this is true, sexually assaulting a woman on top of a pile of assault rifles. What is that? What is that crime? It doesn't even make sense. It's like he took that's like the kind of thing you hear about, and you're like, man, I hope Batman got there in time. Like, that's how cartoonish it is. Like, he took 2 different evil acts and smashed them together to create a brand new atrocity. Like if somebody killed a bunch of kittens with a baby, you know? It's just bananas. He got suspended 4 games and then played the rest of the season. Like, how does that? They didn't care at all. The NFL's never cared. 15 years ago, Ravens linebacker Ray Lewis murdered 2 people. 14 years ago, Raven linebacker Ray Lewis was the Super Bowl MVP because he didn't get arrested. There were no witnesses to his crime. I understand that. But what I couldn't figure out, because they had 2 guys running in opposite directions who got run down on foot, tackled, held down, and stabbed to death. No one saw it, but like I know that I'm just not physically capable of doing that. Like most people couldn't commit that crime. In order to do that, you have to either be Ravens middle linebacker Ray Lewis or Wolverine. That's the only 2 people who can even do that. But the potential involvement of a superhero was reasonable doubt in that sense. The only thing keeping former New England Patriots tight end Aaron Hernandez off the field is the bars. That's it. Otherwise, he'd be playing, and he murdered 4 people. Still eligible to play in the NFL. He just got charged with a 5th crime, and that crime was intimidating a potential witness, which he did by shooting him in the face. Intimidating a potential witness, not attempted murder or assault with a deadly weapon. And I'll grant you, that's one of the most intimidating things you can do to a person. It would have totally worked on me. Still, this stuff keeps me up at night. It makes it hard to watch the NFL, but I had a realization. I saw a Will Smith movie last year that really spelled it out for me, and I realized, oh yeah, these men are all being punished by the worst possible thing, playing in the NFL. That's the worst thing that can happen to a person. That's a horrible punishment because guess what? It's killing them. Slowly and painfully. It's amazing that people do it. Here's my point. I don't know what you think the punishment should be for murder or domestic violence or sexual assault. But if you think the punishment should be getting repeatedly bludgeoned in the head for 10 years until you lose all concept of reality and die in your early 40s confused, broke, and alone, I give you the NFL. America's longest green mile. That's the purpose it serves. It's amazing. But you know what? I'm still going to watch it. It's still football. It's still cool, right? It's still the best sport to watch. Like, it's at least, like, it's not soccer, right? Like, I know that a lot of people like soccer. I don't get it. And every time I say that, people have to tell me it's the most popular sport in the world. So what? What does that even mean? That's a nonsense statement. The most popular food in the world is rice. It's not the best food. It's just cheap and everywhere. So congratulations, soccer. You're the white rice of sports. And I will stick with Murderball. Thank you. I have been Jimmy Putnam. You guys are fantastic. Enjoy the rest of the show.
They flee from imaginary man in the sky, like fleas under the stars. You can see the innocence in their eyes, but believe they're a ticking bomb. And they went from tribes to groups, still controlled by the tiny few. Here on planet Earth, just a grain of earth in a universe blind, with no one to save them there from themselves. You can see why they send their prayers to someone else when they still use the eyes of a hunting man with the tools of apocalypse. Oh, they're suckers for a trick. Though you like them, you worry sick about planet Earth. Just a grain of earth in a universe blind, blind.
James Kennedy from Kaishira, coming to us from Cardiff, England. Fabulous young man. Now Soulshare with Fire in the Mind.
But I ain't gotta worry about when I see you looking baby, you got me going crazy. You got the kind of thing that make my heart go. You got me feeling alright. You can go all night. Coming over here and turn your lights down. I'm gonna light it up. Every time I see that girl, I wanna light her up, light it up, light it up. Every time I see that girl, I wanna light her up. So you don't no money or designer stuff. My pockets may be empty, but we full of love. Light it up. Every time I see that girl, I wanna light her, light her. 3 a.m. high again. Tell your mommy, tell your daddy, tell your friends that life is short. Yeah, it is. We did it because we don't know anything. Every time I see her, my vision's really clear. I want to love you, baby, till the cops call me. You got me feeling alright. Go all night, come over here, let's do it. Light it up, light it up. Every time I see that girl, I wanna light it, light it up, light it up, light it up. Every time I see that girl, I wanna light it up. So we don't need no money on the side. My pockets may be empty, but we're full of love. So NYC, sing it up, sing whoa, whoa, whoa. So we don't need no money on the side. My pockets may be empty, but we're full of love. So NYC, sing it up, sing whoa. Light her up, light her up, come on. Every time I see that girl, I wanna light her up, light her up, light her up. Every time I see that girl, I wanna light her up. So raise them up, give them light. Every time you see that girl, light her up, light her up. Every time I see that girl, I wanna light her. You don't need no money for the sign. My pockets be empty, but we full of love. Come on, everybody, come on, sing whoa. You know money for the sign. Diamonds may be pretty, but can make you sing. So come on, everybody, come on, sing it, be sing whoa. I want to see how you guys doing.
Todd Gary and Light Her Up.
Getting another 21-year-old in the bar is like a different language. Try buying this cute young girl a drink. She got mad because I didn't know all her favorite bands. She got pissed. She was like, "Hey, Tool, you better fall out, boy, or there's going to be panic at the disco. You just sang to disturb my last good night. My big and rich gym class heroes are going to no doubt kick your black-eyed peas. Take your Nickelback, you outcast. Why don't you crawl on back to your Lincoln Park in that ludicrous plain white tee." The thing is, I'm from the 80s. How am I going to put up with that shit? Listen, Cinderella, there's no warrant for you to be such an Iron Maiden. Maybe your Motley Crue culture club of Beastie Boys is down on your little poison twisted sister act. I think the police are going to have to stop the slaughter unless you, your Madonna complex, your ugly rat friend Toto 2, hop back in your starship and journey back to Chicago or Boston or Europe or Asia. But she went wham right my wang shows. Actually, good for one. That's all I got there,
Yeah. Nameless. S-I-K. Silver light. Gotta find that silver light. New motion created. Keep myself motivated. Change has instigated. Get yourself situated. Let go of your past, flow of consciousness, heightened soul, meet your own soul and be your own savior. Just chill out, relax, and stop all the fighting. Take control of your life and change the behavior. I don't want to be the only man who understands that each day necessary is a plan. So goddamn, pick up your pants, the sun in the air on the beat, and success is the dance. Look at your hands, how much stress have you lived through? You see the scars from when I couldn't break you. No call or cut, keep moving, no take two. Can't take back the past, so you must take two. I wanna go, wanna feel, I wanna change, I wanna heal, I wanna know, I wanna learn, and I always keep it real. I gotta flow, I gotta earn, gotta make myself a deal. If my soul is all the edge, you're gonna have to think of real. And put myself back down the truth, then I'm keep it in my voice, when I listen to myself. And feel it in my feet when I'm walking down the street. And I hate it's so possible, still there's nothing reaching something deep down inside. But it's trying to break free, I wanna reach that core and just let it out of me. The superpower inside, I have to reach down and try to find the best in my body, so I don't have to rewind it. Don't forget where you began, looking for change, that's my plan. Now taking life into my hands, finding a reason to take a stand. Give them a reason to push my hands, don't push me, won't understand. I made you with mistakes too, disgrace through and ashamed of people is the truth. But my dreams is my cues and my views is parallel according to use. The future is only a lesson we must learn. Each scar from our past has truly been earned. All this burning is starting because the verses is burning. Taking chances on the past, present, future is journey. Repeating testings and reaching out on aggression to continue moving forward through life, living as a blessing. Though there's no way of knowing, because life always keeps guessing. Yeah, life always keeps guessing. I wanna go, I wanna feel, I wanna change, I wanna heal, I wanna know, I wanna learn, and I always keep it real. I gotta flow, I gotta earn, gotta make myself a deal. If my soul is all the edge, then I have to think for real. And know myself, down the truth, then I'm keeping in my voice when I listen to myself. Can feel it in my feet when I'm walking down the street. Bring a face, but so possible, still there's nothing reaching something deep down inside. But it's trying to break free. I wanna reach that point and just let it out of me. The superpower inside, I have to reach down and try to find it the best of my time, so I don't have to rewind it. Through the illusions that have been running long, feel the tension of confusion, wondering where do I belong? Feel the heat from the inner ass is pushing me to be strong. I can feel my inner ass is saying nothing will go wrong. So says nothing with the ego, bitch yourself from stuff. Be humble with your judgments, try to not give a fuck. Baby, I'm not as good as I once thought I was, but I'm better than I am at. But you give myself some love. But who really knows what's good anyway? I say everybody's right to spread the love every day. There's no need for any hate. Stop controlling and complaining. Better accept it as it is and go change the situation. The frauds in happiness and in the old hurting. Fling from the silliness, continue so burning. Follow the momentum's right here and now and then beyond. And know what my soul's capability is called. I wanna go, I wanna feel, I wanna change, I wanna heal, I wanna know, I wanna learn, and I always keep it real. I gotta flow, I gotta earn, gotta make myself a deal. If my soul is all the air, I have to feel. Can hear it in my voice when I listen to my songs, and feel it in my feet when I'm walking down the street. The highest potential possible, still has nothing reach something deep down inside. I'm trying to break free, I wanna reach that point and just let it out of me. Superpower inside me, if I reach down and fight it, make the best of my times, I don't have to worry it.
Nameless and SIK with Silverlight. Bare Bones and Dead Man Walking. Leland James, Sacred Space.
Well, I am a fire, stands upon still water, a soul that's growing up to be recognized. I was sitting through my memories and guiding their ways, pruning the roadblocks any lies. And it's alright, we go our separate ways. And it's okay to accept the change. And it's alright that we took all that precious time to discover what's underneath all the lies. So how does one learn and how does one go by just standing still? It is just under our soul. Move your attention towards love. The hottest one changing the world, you love stays the same always. Always we need to remember to move. Move your attention towards love. And that inward sacred space. That inward sacred space of our hearts, yeah. Well, sometimes I felt alone, like I am the only one. I searched this whole world over for that inner light of love. Well, now that I found it, I can finally breathe. Now let my mind give in to trust that it will be all the love that I need. So how does one learn and how does one go by just standing still? It is just unheard of. So move your attention towards love. So how does one change in the world? Love stays the same always. Always we need to remember to move. Move your attention towards love. Sacred space. Inward sacred space of our hearts. Yes, from our hearts. From our hearts. Oh yeah, oh yeah, from our hearts. Yes, it is. So how does one learn and how does one go by just standing still? Just unheard of. So move your attention towards love. So how does one change in the world? Love stays the same always. Always we need to it. Always we need to it. Always we need to remember to move. Move your attention towards love. That inward sacred space. That inward sacred space of our hearts. It's from all of our hearts. So how does one learn and how does one go by just standing still? It's just unheard of. So move your attention towards the love. So how does one change when the world love stays the same always? Always we need to, always we need to remember to move our attention towards love. That sacred space. That inward sacred space. That inward sacred space of our loving hearts. Of our hearts. Oh yeah.
Leland James in Sacred Space.
Talking $100 here, right? That's when my mind goes like, I'm like, I know a joke. I know a joke. Wait, I know a joke. Wait, oh shit. I accidentally walk into Victoria's Secret like this. Mom! Mommy! This place is scary! There was an old here. I need some fetal position in the relationship section. All managers walk in Victoria's Secret and go, round! We got sex with House of Cards in here. Fucking nipples and all this shit. It's different. Those were underwear when I grew up just so we could take them off. They didn't have a theme. It's like, okay, I'll take you, take mine, I'll take yours. It's like, oh, it looks like animals floating through a river with a thing that's a place to the gun. Wow. That's what you've done. You can find that. Stupid shit. Anyway. Oh, God, it's so stupid. You know how I make money? Real. I lie in focus groups. I lie my ass off. But I mean the medical ones. I make 100 a week doing AED. And I have to take a pill. I'm scared of it, so they give me the pill. You know what I mean? And they walk in, they go, how was this week? Did you concentrate? What? Did you lose a lot of things? I don't. I never look. And they go, do you have trouble waiting your turn in conversation? I go, fuck you. I do. Really weird in ADD. An hour later, $75 a week for knee arthritis. Yeah, and I walk in and I go, oh my knee. Oh my. It's back, the pain is back, it's back. Tylenol, nothing. I'm not making this up. I'm exaggerating. I'm just sick them off. And then I had somebody, I was like, I did it, and if it didn't see one, and I just walked in like this, going, I'm not really here for the money. Is it going to help? I'll play over right behind. I don't want to cause a problem. Well, they give me diarrhea because I'm sick of it. Right? Diarrhea. All this study. It gives me diarrhea. I'm trying to find a gastric study, but I can't. Oh, man, I was the gayest slut when I first surveyed once. You should have seen me. The crystal meth addict, guys. He goes, are you promiscuous with sex? I mean, why not? You look like you're packing this up. And I answered all of these questions, and they $75. I was like, do you use a condom? I went, for what? Do you have any chocolate? Oh, he said, maybe. I was like, wow, this guy's really fucked up. I'm like, I just like fucking move. And you have a man? You're supposed to have a computer. You have to pay an hour. He's a sugar. So, I had a maniac. He's fucking, and he always works. He sent me to a focus group for businessmen who like smartphones. And they get around, they swear, I own a trucking company. And then they went around to each person, I like the BlackBerry because of office email. I like the HTTP, whatever. They give it to me, I'm like, I'm a number stack. Give me a calculator and a pencil, I'm in. That's what I said. They go, well, yeah. I have my girl, my secretary, she works with all the internet and shit, you know what I mean? I get on MySpace once in a while, but I'm a number stack. Every time they pay me, I'm a number stack. Swear to God, I did a part one, and they get around, what kind of box do people usually? People like sterling silver, asphalt, magnets, Scully cake, you know, and I was like, what? I'm high voltage. Shut up, speak rap. That's what they want. We water it down and give it away. The guy got to get committed. I'm not a bartender, are you? they thought I was a hero. Until they wanted a documentary about me. Like, I lost my boxing career, my wife, one of my son, my 6 kids, because I couldn't take it anymore. I'm a management. I couldn't take it easy. They did, but it was not me. And I actually got mad because they wanted to see what kind of food that they had. Yeah. So I feel on the inside. You know what you'd be great? I saw a giggle during sex. The girl's got the alternate man, right? She's blowing and you gotta go, what? That's a big, you're amazing. She goes back there, but it just tickles on that laptop. It tickles. Don't tickle me. Anyway, I go 1 minute after you go to something. I'm going to summer right away. Yeah! Somewhere about 600 degrees. Anyway, I got nothing left. Oh, I got plenty. Why didn't you shut up? You shut up. Anyway, okay. Whoa, there's people here. I have no idea. I like to go to AA meetings and is there a burning desire? I put my head and they go, yeah. I go, yeah. Is this AA?
And that was Rob Shapiro from New York. Now, we're going to hopefully swap back here.
Yeah.
Rob, time's up, man. Time's up, man. Okay. Now, we're going to come back here. And I'm going to say hello for just a second. We have several fabulous contributors, and I look forward to working with each and every one of them, as well as working with you, my community. Now, over the next several weeks, you're going to see participation polls, interviews, music, talent that I have discovered via Twitter, via Facebook, Instagram. That's what I'm here to do, is help co-promote you. Now, I also want to invite you, my viewers, my public, my community, to come check out my internet page, my Facebook pages. I've got Ishkara Sound, Celestial Community, and Celestial Community Live all on Facebook. We do also have 3 Twitter accounts. We have Love and Lighter, we have Celestial Community Live, and Ishkara Sounds on Twitter. We also have 2 Ishkara Sounds pages on Instagram and a Celestial Community TCO page. TCO meaning Temple of the Celestial Order. Now, Temple of the Celestial Order has been a part of my life since 2002, and without them, I wouldn't be able to do half of what I'm doing. So I just want to give Lady Ray and Temple of the Celestial Order just a huge, huge shout out and thank you for letting me do what I love. It's because of you and people like you and my fans across the world that I'm able to do what I love to do, which is promote you, to bring light to what you do, to enlighten your world, to show it a little love. And that is all for this Sunday. I hope you folks enjoyed the interview with Shelley Lewitz from SRI Records. Come join us next Sunday at noon, YouTube Live. See ya.